Imagine a night that starts with celebration.
ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട സാർ, ഇക്കഴിഞ്ഞ ഞായറാഴ്ച നമ്മുടെ നാടകത്തിന് ശേഷം ഫോർട്ട് കൊച്ചിയിലെ കോട്ടേജിൽ അരങ്ങിലെ അഭിനേതാക്കൾ എല്ലാവരും കൂടിയിരുന്നല്ലോ.
A night that is supposed to be one of the happiest of your life. But suddenly it ends in turmoil. Well, that's the premise of Aattam, which the word Aattam, I think it means the play in Malayalam. Anyways, Aattam is a gripping Malayalam film that takes us on a journey through the complexities of human nature, morality, and the pursuit of justice. The story unfolds after a theater's group party, where the sole actress becomes the victim of a crime committed by one of the male members. What follows after this is a tense and emotionally charged exploration of truth, the perception, and the difficult choices we face when personal ambitions collide with moral obligations. If this setup sounds familiar, you are not wrong. Aattam immediately brings to mind the classic film 12 Angry Men. For those who are not familiar with 12 Angry Men, you should know that it is a masterpiece of cinema, where 12 jurors deliberate the fate of a young defendant in a murder trial. The entire film takes place in a single room, with tension building as the jurors debate, argue, and slowly go through the evidence to uncover the truth. And while Aattam shares some similarities with this classic masterpiece, it puts a little bit of a twist in the premise. Like 12 Angry Men, Aattam maintains a measured, deliberate pace that allows the tension to build naturally as the film progresses. However, Aattam, to me, it feels a bit more dynamic. It involves a larger cast of characters who are simultaneously witnesses, potential perpetrators, and judges of the situation. I believe the film's brilliance lies in the ability to follow multiple perspectives. We are not just seeing the situation from the outside, we are intimately involved with everyone's thoughts and motivations. We follow the witnesses as they grapple with what they saw or they didn't see the night of the crime. We see the struggle of the potential culprits as they navigate the line between self-preservation and telling the truth. And most importantly, we also experience the ordeal through the eyes of the victim, which adds a layer of emotional depth that is sometimes missing in similar narratives. Another thing that sets Aattam apart is how it balances the intense drama with the characters' professional aspirations. The theater group is on the cusp of a significant opportunity, and the film expertly explores how this prospect influences their decisions. It poses a challenging question for all the participants in the film. How far would you go to protect your dreams, even if it means compromising on your principles? Now, if you're expecting the typical fixtures of Indian cinema, elaborate dance numbers, over-the-top action sequences, or melodramatic confrontations with music that is blaring in your ears, you're in for a surprise. Aattam blows away these conventions. It opts instead for a more restrained and more realistic approach. There are no fancy camera tricks or outrageous scenes here. The power of the film lies in the simplicity and the way it trusts your intelligence, the audience intelligence. Another thing that I really like about Aattam is how it handles the sensitive subject matter. There was a crime with the female cast member. But it doesn't sensationalize or exploit the crime for the shock value. Instead, it approaches the topic with a rare combination of sensitivity and unflinching honesty. The result is a film that is both powerful but respectful, tackling difficult themes without ever feeling preachy or manipulative. On this point, Aattam avoids falling into the trap of blanket statements or easy answers. It doesn't try to hammer home the message of all men are complicit. Instead, it takes a more nuanced approach, showing how small actions, and sometimes you might think they're insignificant, and even inactions can contribute to a culture with such incidents occur and go unpunished. It is a subtle but effective way of making us examine our own roles in society's broader issues. Aattam just keeps us guessing. Just when you think you figure out where the story is going to go or who the culprit is. It just keeps surprising you. This unpredictability culminates in an ending that defies your expectations. Without giving away any spoilers, let's just say that the conclusion is what truly cements these films as one of my favorite Malayalam movies. The ending is thought-provoking, satisfying, and yet it leaves you with questions to ponder long after the credits roll. I remember that as soon as the movie ended, I just went on to Reddit to try to dig a little bit more of information about the film, and basically more about the ending. So in conclusion, in a landscape often dominated by formulaic storytelling, Aattam stands out as a breath of fresh air. It proves that you don't need big budgets or flashy effects to create a compelling narrative. All you need is a strong story, nuanced characters, and the courage to tackle difficult subjects head on. So trust me, if you're looking for a film that will challenge you, make you think, and keep you engaged from start to finish, Aattam is definitely worth your time. Whether you're a fan of Malayalam cinema or just someone who appreciates good filmmaking, Aattam is an experience you won't want to miss.
ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ ഇനി അവരെ ഫേസ് ചെയ്യും എന്തൊക്കെയോ പോലെ തോന്നുന്നു.
Well, that was my first movie review of hopefully many. I like to watch a lot of Malayalam films, so I'll be reviewing more of those, but I'll also cover some other movies that I watch and that I like. So hopefully you like this one, and if you want to see more, subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.